After a couple of years in the job as the curator, Northern Territory Cricket Curator, Brad Baptist is moving on, dare I say it, and to create a pun, off to greener pastures, although looking out at the beautiful Marara cricket ground here in Darwin, you couldn't get much more greener than what it is here. But before we talk about his time here, Brad, you've been here for 2 years, but I'm sure you've been curating for a bit longer than 2 years. Tell us about your journey. Did you go through a process to become a curator in the first place?
My journey started under 13. I was 13, so I was playing under 14s cricket, and my cricket coach was the curator of our cricket club.
Which was?
Parkfield Cricket Club. So he used to drive me home from cricket training, so I would have to wait for him to do the cricket pitch. This is how you use a mower and this is how you use a roller, get busy.
But after that you decided this is for me?
Yeah, absolutely. I loved it. I mean, I was very lucky with Wayne and Dino, those two guys that sort of started me off. Great guys, and I looked up to them playing cricket, and then doing wickets was just, I don't know, I just really had an affinity for it. For the opportunity to go and work at Monash University, where I thought I was just going to be doing the cricket wickets, but ended up taking over the whole sports turf area. Just over probably the last 3 years of my tenure there, it was just looking like it was just time to move on. Cricket was losing focus there a little bit, and yeah, unfortunately, I loved my time there, and it opened up a lot of doors. It was time to move on, and the opportunity to come up to Darwin was about it. And 2 years later, I was lucky enough to sort of source the head curator's role down at the Junction Oval.
Now you're one of 4 curators, Northern Territory Cricket Curators, that have actually upped stumps and moved, not necessarily to greener pastures, but is your role here something that's impressive as a potential employee for other organisations?
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly why I came up, Butters, to be honest. I mean, the opportunity that NT Cricket and Cricket in Darwin offers a groundsman is things that you actually very difficult to access down south. You can have a high profile role like Monash University for 10 years, but to take that next step, you need to be in the CA system, and coming up to Darwin it actually allows you to access that. You get to go to the CA Curators Conference once a year.
CA being Cricket Australia.
Cricket Australia, yeah. So you can go to the conference where literally you're surrounded by, I mean, I was surrounded by, people that I grew up with. You didn't have posters on their wall because you couldn't actually get a poster of a curator, but blokes like Les Burdett, Kev Mitchell, I've met through being involved with NT Cricket, Damien Hoff, Matt Page, these type of guys. Dave Sandersi, who used to be the MCG, now at the Gabba. You can actually ring these guys and have conversations with them now about cricket wicket preparation, and that's something that being up here at NT Cricket opened up. And with the Strike League, the training camps, the state training camps that we have up here, it allows you to be seen, and not just you, but your work to be seen. And if people appreciate the work that you do and think that's good, they actually do talk about it and do give you the praise, which then gets, obviously can open some doors up to other opportunities should they arise. Passion's the biggest thing in curating. We've all got huge passion curators, but, I moved all the way to Darwin from Melbourne, drove up here 4,000 kilometres. It also shows that I've got the dedication to do what needs to be done and go where I need to go to get, as high a level in cricket that I can.
And now you're going back, you're going to get in your car and go back to Melbourne, to Junction Oval, which is a venue of first-class cricket. Is it a change in culture for you to come up here, not just the lifestyle, not just the weather, but in terms of wicket preparation? You talk about South Melbourne, obviously in Melbourne, and you talk about Bristol, obviously, not obviously, but in England. Chalk and cheese, and I guess this is certainly a major difference. Is that a fair comment?
Yeah, it's the lifestyle up here which is the biggest change. I mean, it's everything's done on Darwin time, so slowing down from Melbourne where everything's on the go and you've got to have things done yesterday, whereas up here everyone's sort of quite laid back, and even if you do have some issues, it's not people don't care, but they're it's hey, it's okay, don't worry about it. Whereas down south, if you did a wicket with a little bit in it, there'd be hell to pay. But it's just a lifestyle up here that changes, and it's quite easy going.
And Brad, finally, when you write your book, My Life as a Curator, How much will Darwin feature in it? I mean, it's only 2 years of your overall life in the business, but has it been significant?
I mean, I've moved my partner and our dog, which is our child Moose. We moved up here. Never been to Darwin before. So Christy went back home about a year ago. So it's been a bit of sacrifice coming up here, no doubt, especially from my partner Christy's side of it. I mean, she's sacrificed this knowing that this is what I do for a living, what I like, and to have someone support like that is huge. I wouldn't have got to the Junction if I hadn't been to Darwin. Simple as that. The doors that it's open and the opportunities it's allowed is massive. And if anyone was taking their curating seriously and wants to go to the next level, doesn't know how to do it, there's a job up here if you're good enough, mate. Put your name in the ring and have a little bit of sacrifice, because you never know what it could lead to. I came up here hoping it might open some doors with no guarantees or anything. I actually thought I'd be here a lot longer than 2 years for something like this to sort of occur, and it'll play a massive part. It'll be there.
Brad Baptist, Northern Territory Cricket Curator, thanks very much for your time now. Thanks very much for the past 2 years, and good luck in the future.
Cheers, Butters. Thanks, mate.